Welcome to the Royal Daily Tea YouTube channel. Please be advised all of my videos are for entertainment purposes only, based 100% on my own opinion, my own theories, and my own research. All of my information can be found on the public domain and falls under the fair use guidelines. Please feel free to do your own research. Good afternoon and welcome back to the Royal Daily Tea. It has been a minute. We've had a lot of juicy stuff happen in the past week and a half. So sit back and relax and get yourself a favorite beverage because the tea is coming in hot, you guys. So we're going to start on August 4th, which was Meghan Markle's 40th birthday. And we all know that she released that wonderful Meghan birthday, her 40 by 40 initiative, which celebrate herself turning 40. And I do have a whole video if you want to go watch, specifically breaking down this video. But the interesting thing about this initiative that she put out on her birthday was the fact that it was super cringe-worthy and very unauthentic. A lot of people started to kind of create some backlash regarding the lack of authenticity that it had and the fact that it was just a fluff piece. It was a PR piece with her and Melissa McCarthy doing a cringe-worthy skit with Harry looking like a royal fool outside juggling the window because, you know, he's literally turned himself into a human royal dunce. He's playing the part of a dumb prince extremely well. His PR people have got to be extremely upset about that, and he really needs to work on that. Seriously. He's not helping himself, making himself look like a royal buffoon. But that's beside the point. So during her little initiative, 40 by 40, she was asking 40 of her elitist friends to donate 40 minutes of their time to mentor women entering back into the workforce. Well, the problem with this is, who are these people going to mentor? How are they going to mentor them? And what qualifications do any of these elitists have to mentor real working women? We have people that are very famous athletes and activists. One of them was a very controversial figure on the list. They only released about 20 names so far. They haven't fully released the actual 40 people that she did invite, but of course Princess Eugenie is on the list as well. And they did show a couple of her celebrity friends. You know, they were unboxing the PR pieces. Apparently she sent out a lot of PR pieces, even telling them they were not allowed to publish any post regarding the 40 by 40 until after Meghan did her announcement, because again, this is just a PR stunt. So she sends out t-shirts to all these celebrities so they can do unboxings on their Instagram and post it up to people. Oh, look at me. I'm with Meghan, 40 by 40. I'm so popular. We're going to change the world. Well, let's be honest. None of those celebrities probably did any work. They literally did an Instagram post, wore the t-shirt, did hashtag 40 by 40, and they're kind of like, are we done yet? And then put it away and never going to wear that t-shirt ever again. None of those people clean their toilet or do their own grocery shopping. So where in their community of Beverly Hills are they going to find some down, out of luck woman who needs their mentoring for an interview? Are they going to look over someone's resume, teach them how to do a Zoom call, how to answer an interview question? Maybe they're all going to take them shopping on Rodeo Drive for that power suit for that job interview. It wasn't like Meghan actually started a charity. She started a hashtag, 40 by 40. We can all do it ourselves. 50 by 50, 100 by 100. Super easy. Doesn't require any work or follow through. So she made a couple of t-shirts, she made a little video, and she told everyone, go out in your community, change the world in recognition of me, Meghan, turning 40. That's why we all need to do this, because it's an important event. It's about me. Well, that's why they started to receive a lot of backlash, is because she didn't actually start an initiative or a charity. It was literally just a little promotional video and a hashtag with a couple of t-shirts. It was cotton candy press machine, Meghan Markle style. this is what she does. She puts out these little fluff pieces talking about how she's Ariel and she's saving the world and she's Snow White and Kumbaya, and Bambi and Thumper are out there singing her song because it's her 40th birthday. Well, there's no real substance. It's called cotton candy fluff, PR bullcrap. And people are getting sick of it. People are realizing and recognizing when you're not authentic, it shows. And that whole video skit was so cringeworthy, syrupy sweet, and just, Meghan is not funny. She's not likable. She's not funny. It was cringeworthy, seriously. So not only did she do this initiative, which was basically a hashtag and a t-shirt for her 40 friends, she made Harry look like the royal dunce. You know, his PR people need to do something about that because he's not helping himself. Besides that, there was the fact that she pretty much copied Obama. She piggybacked off of President Obama, who also has the same birthday on August 4th. He turned 60 and he launched the 60 by 60 initiative, where he was asking people to either donate $6, $60, or $600 to his presidential fund, where he would dole out the money to various charities that he supports. Now, of course, he did have that huge, infamous birthday bash, which now is, completely tone deaf and getting a lot of backlash. But apparently the Sussexes were not invited to this big premier presidential birthday bash that was supposedly scaled back from 700 people to like 300 people. It was still a quite who's who event of, Hollywood and political elites. Now, we all know if the Sussexes would have been invited, they would have gone, because Meghan goes to the opening of an envelope, and especially something from the Obamas. We all know that Prince Harry and Meghan are trying to become political activists. She keeps forgetting that she's a C-level actress and he's an unemployed prince, but they're now trying to act like they're in Obama's circle. The Obamas didn't even go to their wedding in 2018, and they sure as heck weren't invited to their birthday. So I think that the Sussexes are finally realizing that their clout isn't as strong and as big as they think it is. Again, she was a C-level actress and he was an unemployed prince. The only thing these two have going for them is their attachment to the royal family, which they keep crapping on. Now, you have to remember, Obama did have a very nice visit with the royal family. He has a good relationship with William and Kate. And Michelle Obama has gone on record stating that family is everything. So the fact that the Sussexes trashed the royal family publicly several times, including the infamous Oprah Winfrey interview, it is rumored that is one of the reasons why they weren't invited to the party. I personally feel there's a lot more to it than that. Again, Meghan piggybacked her 40 by 40 off of Obama's 60 by 60, kind of copying and mirroring what President Obama did. And of course, they both piggybacked off of Nelson Mandela, who had the 67 initiative, which was focusing on 67 minutes of community service regarding his 67 years of fighting for freedom. So not only did she piggyback off of his idea for her birthday, but it is rumored that Harry and Meghan went after Random Penguin House, the same publishers who published the Obama's autobiographies. It seems like they're trying really hard and desperate to be important, to be relevant, but they're not quite getting there. And this big snub of not being invited to Obama's birthday bash is kind of a big deal, especially for people like Harry and Meghan who are trying to become global activists. So they're not getting very far from their Montecito mansion. They didn't make it to Martha's Vineyard. So that was a big snub for them. Another huge news, guys, every single member of the Markle family was in the news. It wasn't Meghan's week. It started off with her 40th birthday, where she thought everything was going to be wonderful about herself, celebrating Meghan, her favorite day of the year. She does this initiative, which falls flat, gets a lot of backlash. Only 200 people shared this initiative out of her 40 little friends. And of course, we all know they're not going to do any work. And then she doesn't get invited to Obama's birthday bash. And if that wasn't bad enough, her father gets on TV and talks about how he mailed her 24 red roses that cost almost $300 in celebration of her 40th birthday, and 2 yellow roses, one for Archie and one for Lily. Of course, he gets on there and says, I haven't heard from her, and I'm trying to reach out to her on her 40th birthday, but she's a complete liar. And she's not the daughter that I know, and that Harry has completely changed her. So Thomas went on several news publications where he has come out and called her a liar. He couldn't believe what she's done to the royal family. He was embarrassed by her Oprah Winfrey interview where she lied through her teeth. But he was accusing Harry of changing his daughter into someone he doesn't recognize. Now, I know Thomas is hurting, but he has to face the fact we can't blame Harry for what his daughter does. I don't believe that Harry is the one who changed Meghan. I believe Meghan is the one who changed Harry. But again, Meghan's trying to act like, Meghan never did these things. It wasn't until she got with Harry. Of course, that's when their relationship started to deteriorate. So, of course, he's going to blame Harry for the change in behavior of his daughter. Again, this whole thing is just extremely sad. You have a father who's heartbroken, who has never met his grandchildren, and who hasn't spoken to his daughter since a week before her wedding in 2018. So again, it was just not a good week for Meghan. She has her father on national television talking about how he tried to send her flowers and she hasn't, reached out to him. Then he starts calling her a liar and bad-mouthing her, saying she's an embarrassment and that she's not the daughter that she used to be. Then you have her older half-brother, Thomas Markle Jr., who is now making his debut on the Australian version of Big Brother VIP, where he went on a trailer and called his sister shallow and said he warned Prince Harry that my sister would destroy your family, and I was correct. So not only that, she also had her older half-sister, Samantha, did a really good interview on GBN. I will have a link for you below. Samantha Markle, in my opinion, is very well spoken. She gave a very good interview. It was about 20 minutes long to GBN News. She talked about how her sisters caused so much pain to so many people and that she did warn the royal family that her sister was a liar and that she would cause problems for their family. She did address the Oprah Winfrey interview, and she also addressed Lilibet. She addressed how she thought her sister naming her daughter after the Queen's nickname was a complete power play. If you guys have time, I will link the video. It is a very, very interesting video from Samantha Markle. I think she was very well spoken. And you have to remember, this is a woman who's known Meghan since she was a baby. Although their relationship is strange, she knows a lot about her. And I found her to be very truthful and very believable in the things that she said. So on top of that, you have Meghan not having the greatest week. She has her birthday, 3 family members out in the press, which is, I think, a record for that short amount of time. So that was the Meghan part of this recap. We have other news. So as you know, Princess Eugenie's husband, Jack Brooksbank, was photographed in the south of France with some topless models aboard a yacht. He is a brand ambassador for George Clooney's tequila brand, and he was out there doing some promotional work for them. He works for Casamigos Tequila, and they were sponsoring the UNICEF Gala in Capri. Well, of course, that didn't look very good considering the fact his wife was at home with their 9-month-old son, August, while he was out canoodling for work on a yacht with some models. So the weird thing is that Sarah Ferguson, the mother of Princess Eugenie, called him a superhero, and he's a wonderful man. She's out there, singing her support for her son-in-law, which I thought was extremely weird. Of course, she's also been singing her support for her ex-husband, Prince Andrew, but we'll get into that in a minute. So Jack Brooksbank was out with these women canoodling for work. Not a good look for the royal family. Well, news broke just today that apparently he's getting a more serious job, that he's going to be working in the accounting field, taking over a position for his father in the family business. Apparently his father, George Brooksbank, has been very ill, battling COVID-19. So Jack is preparing to become a director of the family business, Pangella Land and Property Limited. Now that his father has retired, they're saying it's time for Jack to take over and to take on a more serious role to support his family. It is not clear if Jack will continue to work for Casamigos. I wonder if his wife had anything to do with him leaving his job as a brand ambassador. I know if that was my man, he would not be working that gig in the south of France. Now, of course, the other big news, of course, was the lawsuit that was launched against Prince Andrew for his quote-unquote inappropriate relationship with an underage girl, Virginia Giuffre, who was one of Epstein's girls. He did have several interactions with her, lots of photographic evidence. So right now, she filed a civil suit against Prince Andrew in New York. We're all seen at Balmoral Castle with the Queen. They were vacationing there, but I know there's probably going to be a lot of talks behind the scenes on how to deal with this problem. You know, it's not a good look for the royal family. Last year, I believe, is when Andrew was stripped of all of his royal patronages and has been removed as a senior working royal family member, but he still has quite a few of the perks. He's never faced anything legally for these allegations of his involvements with this woman. And of course, we all know he was very good friends with Epstein and had been a visitor to Epstein Island many, many times. So I know, or it has been reported, that Prince Charles is furious and is considering having him move out of the Royal Lodge of Windsor, which used to be the home of the late Queen Mother. So apparently Prince Charles is trying to really downsize Andrew and kind of hide him away in some secret corner, because Andrew just continues to make the royal family look extremely bad. And of course, you have Sarah Ferguson out there publicly denying the allegations against her ex-husband, Prince Andrew, and of course supporting Harry and Meghan, saying, well, Princess Diana would be so proud of her boys and of Meghan and the choices they've made, and then singing the praises of her son-in-law, calling him a superhero. I think Fergie needs to put the gin down and maybe be quiet for a while. Lending support to these men and these people, it's like, shh, button your lips, Sarah. You're not winning over any fans here. Seriously. Your support of Andrew and your son-in-law who's cavorting with nude models while your daughter's at home with her baby, and, you know, supporting Harry and Meghan who are crapping on the royal family. Are you kidding me? Shut your yap, Sarah. You know, Sarah's just trying to sell a book. Okay, we all know her new book has come out, her first fiction romance novel called Her Heart for a Compass. So she's out on TV in America trying to be relevant, trying to join the woke brigade and telling people, I support Harry and Meghan. Oh, by the way, here's my new book. Be quiet. Just be quiet. You're an embarrassment. And we all know Sarah has had quite a bit of her own drama. If you haven't watched my last video, The Fall of the House of York, I go way more into that. But Sarah lending her support publicly to these men and of Meghan, it's just like cringe worthy. I used to love Sarah, but lately I'm just like, please put a muzzle in it. You're not helping anyone and you're not going to sell any more books by supporting Harry and Meghan. So that is all I have right now for the Royal Recap Part 4. Let me know in the comments what you think about everything that has been happening. If you have any suggestions or any topics or royal families that you would like me to cover in an upcoming video, please leave your comments down below. I do read as many comments as I can. I really appreciate each and every one of you so much, and I want to continue to put out quality content that you enjoy. I have some new exciting content ideas that I will be sharing with you for the month of October, so that will be coming out very, very soon. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe because it really helps the channel. Make sure you check me over on Instagram and TikTok because I do post daily on there. Stay tuned. The Royalty website will be launching probably in the next 2 or so weeks. So just stay tuned for that. And as always, have an awesome and amazing day. Bye, guys.